Are you ready for a new adventure? December 14th to 16th. Time for luxury and emotion. Immerse yourself into the atmosphere of the East. Safari. Sailing on a yacht. And for the main event. Be part of the global collaboration. Good afternoon, good evening. Maybe it's good morning for some of you. Good day, everyone here. Hello, Alexei. How can you see and hear us? Please feedback some information to us. I'm asking moderators to activate the chat for everyone. Please assess the quality of video and sound. I see tens and fire signs here. Very good. Okay, super cool. Now, friends, I hope that we'll do today's webinar within 45 minutes, maximum 1 hour. We must do it within this time because my daughter's having birthday party today. So please understand my position here. So let's do it within 45 minutes. The main subjects that we'll go through today will be Huracan Tap 2.0, what's happening with that, where we are moving, what's in the pipeline. Now we have launched a test chat for the test group. More than 1,500 people are there. If I'm not mistaken, it's like something like 1,640 people. Actually, guys, those of you who are already part of the test group, can you click on plus signs or fire signs? Just show us who is already the tester. I see a lot of plus signs here. Very good. And plus signs and fire signs. Very good. In fact, Huracan Tap 2.0 is going to be super cool. What awaits you there? First thing, the old version, Huracan version 1.0, has been put on hold. Now, whoever enters Huracan Tap sees an announcement that it's part of the maintenance, aside from the people in the test group. Now it's too late to be part of the test group because the casting is over. It was a closed casting. What does it mean? It means that we provided everybody the opportunity to be part of the testing group, but we needed those people who would be really testing it. So we created a special Google form that was filled in by people. They left their contact details so that we could integrate them into the test group. And now those people are in the test chat and help us testing. Why did we do this kind of testing? It is very important before we go live with a new product, which is going to be experiencing a lot of pressure and loads. We need to test it at such high loads. Those people who have updated themselves to iOS 18 who saw the first bugs, can you give us plus signs? I'm telling you this because to show that even large corporations, multi-billion corporations like Apple, when they release a new product and it's loaded by users, they always experience bugs. It doesn't mean that Apple doesn't hire high quality program developers. No, far from it. It is just that program developers are developing products which, no matter how strange it sounds, work individually different with each individual user. And each user is having different experience, different cell phones, different providers, different locations, different applications installed on smartphone and so on. That's why we did internal testing with our testers. Then we found a number of other interesting things. And we do these products more stable together with you. And we expect to finish it by Friday. And by Friday, again, please understand, please don't focus on the word Friday, but on the word expect. We expect to launch it by Friday. Why so? Because something might go wrong and will be launched Saturday, or today and tomorrow. We'll put together everything in place, or maybe even tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, we'll release it in production. That's why I focus on the word we expect to release it by Friday, so that we don't put too much pressure on our program developers and they have enough time to finalize all the tests. And our users would be happy to see what a high quality Huracan Tap 2.0 we release. What has really changed with Huracan Tap 2.0? First, the mechanics of the game. The main goal of Huracan Tap was to test blockchain, not to tap endless tokens. Because there is always the so-called useful payload. For us, useful payload is the testing of blockchain. To do that, and we saw, and based on our example with Igor, that tapping a screen with your fingers takes too much time. Igor and I are the products of our product. We are using absolutely everything released by DexNet, including Huracan Tap. And Igor was among the top leaders there in the rating, regardless of the fact that he is the main investor. And aside from the Huracan Tap, he has investment, he had other tasks to do, and still he was a top tapper. But it's not really expedient. It's not what really people want from the game. Exactly. What do people want from the game? They want to tap it once and keep withdrawing, right? How does the mechanics of the game work now? You will have to enter it, Huracan, click once on the game, on the screen to do this one tap, but not hundreds of millions times a day, but just once. What happens then? This one tap starts the car moving like Lamborghini engine, and you start earning the gaming points. To the left, you have the gas tank, and within 24 hours, it's going to go empty, and Huracan will stop. To prevent it from happening, you need to sometimes enter the game, and once a day, you need to tap on the car, and it will keep on moving. What will happen if the Huracan stops? Whatever you have on the balance of the game, unwithdrawn, will burn. So we set certain limits for the withdrawal, and it is done so not that because we're super evil and we want to limit you the withdrawal of the gaming points. If we distribute 1 trillion gaming points, we'll distribute 1 trillion or 10 trillion, or Google is the biggest number. We'll distribute Google number of those gaming points. How can we load blockchain? Only by the number of transactions per minute. So by default, the limit is for one transaction is 10,000 gaming coins. It means that if you have to withdraw 50,000, you will have to do it by 5 transactions. On the one hand, 5 whole transactions. On the other hand, you just have to click 3 buttons. First button at the top right button, that's rectangle with an arrow down. Then you click on max, and the third button you click on is withdraw. You click on 3 buttons, and the money, or rather tokens, will be withdrawn to your balance. In order to increase the limit for the withdrawal, or rather increase the number or the amount of creditable tokens, you need to buy a ticket to the mega giveaway for Huracan Lamborghini. When you buy a ticket, what happens? First thing, withdrawal becomes unlimited for 24 hours. What does it mean? It means that if you were tapping and tapping, but you had no time to withdraw, and eventually you had 1 billion points already, try to imagine how long it will take you to withdraw 1 billion, 10,000 per transaction. There is one thing like you say, to hell with that, or you keep withdrawing, and withdrawing, or you buy a ticket and withdraw everything at one fell swoop. But when you buy a ticket, you add a certain number of added tokens per second, and each ticket adds plus certain number of points per second. By default, you get plus 3 points per second. You buy a ticket, you get plus 5 points. Buy another ticket, plus 10 points per second. And plus those 3 that you already received. So with 2 tickets, you get plus 13 tickets by default. Each procured ticket increases the limit somewhat to the per transaction from 10 to 15 to 20,000 and so on and so forth. Next, very important comment is that we do realize that you were testing Huracan Tap 1.0. There were a lot of bugs with that. Please understand. But we also would like to thank you for that. That's why, how will we manifest our gratitude? Whoever was using Huracan Tap 1.0, who was really suffering, tapping, withdrawing billions, sometimes it was hard to withdraw, it took a while to withdraw. All those people will be credited 100 million tokens in your Huracan Tap application. But here we would also like to use this as a leverage to put more load on the blockchain. How are we going to do that? The 100 million crediting is going to be done in 4 installments, 25 million per time. Now, those people who started testing it, they already have 25 million Huracan Tap. In order to withdraw it by transactions, 10,000 per transaction, you need thousands of transactions, right? That's quite a number. You won't be able to do it within 1 day. That is why, but within 1 day, those bonuses are not going to burn. Unlike gaming points, if you do it if you click or tap on Huracan Tap at least once per day, if you forget to tap on it, then this bonus is going to burn along with your gaming mechanics. And there are 2 options here. Either you enter it once a day and tap on it every time the whole day, or buy a ticket and withdraw it by one fell swoop. You can do it like that too. So I'm just drawing your attention to the fact that in the test chat, people are asking questions. How to withdraw this 25 million gaming coins if in 1 day they're going to burn? No, they're not going to burn in 1 day. If you keep tapping your car, if you enter the game at least once a day and tap on the logo of DexNet on the round thing that you used to tap when you were playing the tap game. You need to enter the game once a day and tap on it. When you tap on it, your gas tank fills up. It's very important to watch your gas tank not to be emptied, because as soon as your gas tank is empty, everything you have on the balance of your application burns out, and whatever you withdrew to blockchain stays with you forever. Once again, whatever is left in the application, if you forget within 24 hours to tap on the screen, will burn out. Whatever you withdraw already into blockchain, even if it burns in the application, you still keep your coins in the blockchain. Okay, guys, give me some feedback whether you understood what I was trying to deliver to you. It's very important for me to tell you how it works, because this way it will save a lot of trouble for you and for our tech support. Okay, everything is clear. Very good. Next thing, I have a big request to ask you guys. Please deliver the same information to your friends. Please help us with the dissemination of this information. Please help us with the pressure put on the tech support. For that, first you need to read the instructions for the game Huracan Tap 2.0, and then help your friends to see how those rules work. I can expect what will happen if you don't help us with that. On Friday, maybe earlier, maybe later, we'll release Huracan Tap 2.0 into production. And if somebody hasn't watched this webinar, if somebody failed to read the rules, if you didn't tell your friends how to do that, they will go to tech support and start asking the same questions over and over again. Try to imagine you wrote something to tech support with some problem, and it takes forever for tech support guys to explain others the basic rules of how the game works. And I already observe it even in the testing chat. In my understanding, the test chat is for people who understand that they're there for testing, not because they want to be the first, but they want to help us to test the game. Already there, I see the same questions. How does it work? What if that? What if this? It's in 2 languages. If in Telegram you have Russian language, all the rules are shown in the Russian language, and the whole Huracan Tap is in Russian. If any other language is installed there, then by default, your Huracan Tap is in English version, like an international version. Another important thing, I saw people writing in chat why not everybody could launch this test. It was very important when you were filling in the Google form, you had to mention your login to Telegram. What is login in Telegram? That's everything that is written after the symbol. My login, okay, I won't mention it here. Every user, if you enter your Telegram, you can find there some symbol, and then other people wrote their email, others wrote their login in Russian, others wrote something silly at all, like smiley faces. Yeah, smiley faces. Thank you for positive mood. Eventually, what did we do with this file? We uploaded this file to our script, which activated test access only to those people who mentioned their correct login. If it was some other mistake and that login was not connected to Huracan Tap, then system wouldn't be able to activate it. If it was an email, again, we couldn't activate it. If instead of login, you wrote some Cyrillic words, again, it wouldn't work. So it is very important to do exactly like we're asking you to do. Not because we're so bad, but it works like this. Because there are 1,600 accounts, and if we upload them manually, then it will take forever. I would ask the moderator to ban people like Igor from the chat. Okay, another question about the ticket. In the test chat, for all testers, we made available Gevorg. I will first cover the main theme, and then we'll start with the questions. We will start with a Q&A at the end, okay? Be patient. First, we'll cover the news, then we'll start with the questions. For all testers, for us to be able to test the functionality of ticket purchase and how additional options after a ticket is procured would work, we provided 50% discount to testers. So testers can buy it at $25. It's very important. Those tickets will not be part of the 100 tokens DexNet when buying Dex Node and 3 tickets of Huracan. So in order to be part of that sale, you need to buy tickets at a full price, not this discounted tickets available to testers. For the testing group, we provided this discount so that people could test what is going on there. We could see their feedback, and because of the well-known reasons, these tickets will stay with those people. We get some benefit from the test and feedback by maybe sometimes forcing people to buy these tickets, but that's why we provided them with a discount. Now, Igor, are you going to add something? Or shall we start with the questions? I think it's more or less self-evident. Let's start with the questions. I see a few interesting questions here. Okay, thank you. 25 million already transferred. What about the tickets that I bought before? You keep all those tickets that you bought earlier, and those tickets will influence the gaming mechanics of Huracan Tap exactly like you bought it now, for instance, again. So if you already own, say, 10 tickets, it means that you will get additional gaming points and additional functions and features with the game. Of course, we'll pass it on to you, Lucia. Thank you. I'm one of the testers. When I bought a ticket, it showed an error sign. That's why we have test chat. If I'm not writing everything there, I see what's going on. Nikolai is writing. Good afternoon. Tell us, please, what is the Bitcoin network in DexSafe? If I transfer it from Mexcom, part of the Bitcoin is not going to be lost, right? Because there is some kind of ME84 format. In fact, Bitcoin has many formats. The most widespread, if I'm not mistaken, is BIP84. So I think there should be no difficulties in your case. Conversion in DexSafe 1, will it be possible for DMC coins? Only after we launch blockchain and mainnet. It's not earlier than December 15th. Not earlier than that. Perhaps it would make sense to add more languages. Of course, it would make more sense, 100%, but I suggest we revisit this question a bit later. Vasily Pupkin is asking next question. How to withdraw partnership USDT for the purchased tickets by my partners? The same way like any USDT is withdrawable from anywhere. You need to mention the USDT wallet and transfer it there. But that functionality will be released and activated with Huracan Tap 2.0. It wasn't activated with Huracan Tap 1.0, and we're not going to activate it right away, actually, because we see some feedback from our active testers. We see what needs to be improved. We're improving those things, and then we'll start with the updates and improvements, including the possibility to withdraw the bonus USDT for the recommendation of tickets. Do I need a new link for the invitation or not? A good question. So far, we're thinking how to make sure that you can do it by the old link, but now I guess it will be a new one. As soon as we find a solution for that, there are options, but we'll revisit it a bit later. If the old link doesn't work, then we'll generate a new one. Gevorg says kindergarten. Okay, thank you for your support. Leonid is writing, can you reconfigure it into one button on withdrawal and not three? If it is more than 10,000, less than 10,000, then we cannot do this. There is some logic behind this. Try to imagine a situation when, in order to withdraw by one button, we have to fix the amount, right? Which amount will that be? For instance, it will be max, right? Then what? Then if you put even 1,000 gaming coins or 500 coins, you click on max? Yes, well, it makes sense. Maybe moderators will screenshot it and we'll think about it. Yeah, it makes sense, I think. Thank you, Leonid. Georg is saying we are not answering questions. We are answering questions right now. Okay, Pavel is asking next question. When are you going to calculate the activity time? Today I entered it at 18 and tapped on it, or if I enter tomorrow at 18:05. Look, Pavel, if today you tap it at 6 p.m. and tomorrow at 6:15 p.m., it will already be 24 hours and 15 minutes, which is more than 24 hours. Thus, any balance unwithdrawn in the application will burn. If you tap on the game today at 6 p.m., you have exactly 24 hours for that. But an important thing, if today you tap at 6 p.m. and then at 7 p.m. you tap once again, then 24 hours will start counting from 7 p.m. Tomorrow you enter not at 7 but at 3 p.m. and tap again. Then 24 hours will start from 3 p.m. and so on. If you're going to enter every 10 minutes, then 24 hours will move by 10 minutes all the time. So you see the gas tank, which is being emptied. So you need to keep it full. You see with the gas empty, you see there's little left. You tap on it again, it will fill up again. And ever since it's full, you have 24 hours for that. Yes, thank you. Vit is writing that I bought 3 right away because I'm greedy. Please explain. I bought the ticket and withdrawal will be unlimited for only 24 hours. Yes, if you bought a ticket, you will have unlimited withdrawal for 24 hours. In what cases does it help? For instance, when you are going to launch, I don't know whether you're part of the test group. Let's say you're part of the test group. When you launch Huracan, you have 24 million gaming points on your balance. You can withdraw it 1 bit at a time. 1 bit at a time, it means one transaction is limited to 10,000. You have to make more than 1,000 transactions this way. And you can do them. You don't need to do them all 1,000 in one day. You can do it once every minute, once every hour. And the whole process of withdrawal for 25 million can be spread out throughout a month, 2 months, whatever is more convenient for you. Or second option, you can simply buy a ticket and withdraw the whole amount by one at once. Say 1 week, 2 weeks, a month has passed, and again you have too much tokens on the balance, you forgot to withdraw it. Okay, you can buy another ticket and withdraw it at once. Or without ticket, you can do it a bit or a fraction every day. Mikhail is asking next question. Alexei, yesterday I filled in a Google form and I did everything correctly, but it looks like I'm not part of the testing team because my Huracan screen shows technical maintenance. Who should I go to and find out why I wasn't included into the testing group? Thank you. Mikhail, it's more likely that you're already part of the testing chat. If you filled in the form, you're already part of the testing chat. So you can ask your question there in the testing chat. And in the testing chat, we have separate tech support guys who are communicating with all the testers. That's why you will get answers to your question for sure from there. Can I pay for tickets from any wallet or only from your wallet? Any wallet is good. No, good for us. Dmitry Kuznetsov, can you please repeat the difference between the tickets for 25 and 50? The only difference that tickets for 25 is available only for testers, and they're not part of the sale. Buy 3 tickets and a DexNet and get additional 100 DexNet tokens until the 13th block. That's the only difference. Sergey is writing, I made 30 withdrawals. On my balance of the wallet, the amount is not increasing. At explorer.dexnet chain, transactions are registered, and Huracan is connected to DexSafe wallet. There can be 2 things, Sergey. First, please make sure that whether the right wallet has been imported to DexSafe. That's the first possibility. Secondly, if it is that same wallet, please wait because some transaction history has not been updated. If it is in the blockchain, it's a done deal. You just need to find out why your DexSafe hasn't copied those transactions, if it is the same wallet, of course. Irolan is asking next question. Will there be new changes in Huracan Tap? Well, we don't have much time left until mega giveaway. Even within 2 months, we're going to keep working on Huracan. Okay, on Huracan wallet, there will be points after the update, right? Huracan Tap, there will be points after the update, right? No. No, you won't see them there. If you withdraw them, they will be on your blockchain already, or your wallet on the blockchain. If you haven't withdrawn them, then they will burn. I know that not everybody had enough time to withdraw it. We first provided enough time for people to withdraw your points. But what we observe, some people are withdrawing, others are tapping, keep tapping, and we understand that it can go on forever like this. That's why we had to deactivate first the tapping function to generate more tokens in order to put a stop to those people who kept tapping, and so that everybody could withdraw this amount. But I still understand that there are people who didn't have time to withdraw it. That's why we decided to credit this bonus for first working with Huracan 1.0 and for maybe not having enough time to withdraw. That's why when you launch Huracan Tap 2.0, your balance will be 0. You tap first time, right away you get 25 million bonus and 3 points per second will be added to your account. Now, Victor is writing here. Victor, it's in Ukrainian. I'm going to translate it into Russian. I filled in the form, mentioned correct login, but I don't know where to enter for the testing session of Huracan Tap. I filled in the Google form with the correct login. Testing to Huracan is launched by the same link, same bot. We haven't developed a new one by the same link. It's just that if you're included in the test group, you'll see the full functionality of Huracan Tap. If you're not part of the testing group, you will get a message that it's technical maintenance. Zoom user is writing, I can withdraw up from 50,000. It means the tickets work. Why DexSafe doesn't work correctly? Konstantin Dabritsky is asking this question. Konstantin, I still recommend asking your detailed question from tech support because I don't have enough information from your question to correctly answer it. Why can't we have a system when during withdrawal, the system would split it into many transactions by 1,000 and would withdraw it like a machine gun? And that would be a lot of pressure. And if you switch it off by the end of the day, then you will have, and if you limit the withdrawal time for a certain period of the day so that people could put a lot of pressure on within one point in time. Thank you, actually, Tamerlan, for this suggestion. Thank you for your ideas, guys. It's super valuable, and I would ask moderators to have a screenshot of that comment from Tamerlan because it makes sense again. What will happen to Huracan after December 15th? Thank you. Anton is asking this question. Well, after December 15th, let's all look at this. That's the intrigue for everyone. The suspense. We keep it suspenseful, right? 37 is asking next question. Will my tapped coins from Huracan 1.0 burn if I didn't have time to withdraw them? Yes, they will burn. Lucia Grati is asking next question. All points have been transferred to DexSafe, but DexSafe doesn't show my points. So I suggest that soon they will be shown, or what? Yes, we have noticed that with some devices, DexSafe is lagging. I will explain what I mean here. When you're saying that my DexSafe shows some kind of error or mistake, we need to follow and repeat the same error in order to rectify it. And the more such requests or questions we get, we see the logic behind this. Like it depends on the type of device or different internet provider or something else. We're looking for the root cause of the problem. When we find the root cause, we fix it, and we put it back in order again. Vladimir is asking next question. If then I didn't have time to, in the old Huracan, to withdraw 100 million with the new Huracan, then what will happen to my 100 million? Thank you, Vladimir. Your 100 million bonus points will stay in your Telegram account, not in blockchain, until you withdraw all of it. or forget to tap on the game once a day, and then it will burn. It's a risk and a lot of pressure every day. That's why when you have enough of them, it's better to withdraw it through one transaction with a ticket, or do it every day, one piece at a time. My Huracan cannot be activated. It's because it says it's under maintenance. I already mentioned at the beginning of the webinar. The internal deadline is this Friday. It might be earlier, but maybe later. How are you going to convert DMC after? Yes, it will happen after December 15th, but it will be something bigger than just conversion of DMC into DexNet. We are going to fix these things only after we realize what number, how many gaming coins people own already, but we already have general understanding. Trust me, take my word for it, everybody will be happy after the payday. Not a single tap game could provide this level of satisfaction to people, because we are not there to simply disseminate airdrop and tokens and then think what to do with that. We have a totally different goal, different mechanics, and different type of remuneration, quite useful remuneration at that, because you're doing a very useful work for us, not simply tapping the screen of your cell phone, but creating tokens, but you're creating a lot of pressure on the blockchain, which is very useful for us. When buying DexNet, are we going to take into consideration the purchase of the three discounted tickets at $25? No, no, Anatoly. $25 discounted tickets are available only for testers, and they are not part of the promo. Alexei Strashilin is asking next question. Good evening. DexSafe shows incorrect conversion of DNC to USDT. For instance, I own 1 million DNC, $55.9 thousand. It's better to correct the conversion rate. Yes, I agree with you, Alexei. But for some time, unfortunately, we'll have to live with those numbers. Let's take it with positive attitude. Let's try to visualize it. Why not create yourself a different reality, where maybe not now, maybe a bit later, that would be not fake calculations, but real calculations. Everything starts with our ideas. I'm not going to start telling you that all the ideas are material, but it works 100%. It's a fact. If you find it interesting, I will tell you the story about the visualization table I prepared for myself. Realized itself 100%, including the number of my family members and the sex of my children. So we're going to rectify it, but it's not going to be anytime soon. Unfortunately, not everything depends on our team. There are some other nuances. In fact, where we get those numbers, it's taken from CONCAC, the DexNet exchange rate. But it's a bit erroneous. Christina is asking another question. It works perfectly. I've done withdrawal. Thank you, Christina, for the positive feedback. Another thing, guys, please write, even in test chat, write some positive things. If something worked, just tell about that. Make the team happy, because when you're writing only about these things that doesn't work, I understand that chat was originally created for these complaints, but look at what it looks like, because everybody is writing about their problems. And our program developers are reading that. Our tech support is reading that. And generally speaking, there is a general atmosphere of that, again, this doesn't work, another bug. But at the same time, of 1,600 people, only dozens of people are writing about some problems. That's why, dear friends, if everything is working there, please write about that as well. You will make people happier. I own 2 accounts in my test. I bought tickets, and for the second one, I received 5 USDT for the purchase of the tickets for the invited. Yes, please readdress your question to the test chat. Otherwise, I will explain why. I refer you to the test chat or refer you to the tech support. Some people think if they write it to the personal account of Alexei Kedo, it will be rectified much faster, but it doesn't work like this. Even if I get some message to my personal account, I still resend it to tech support. The difference is when you write directly to tech support, they have direct contact with you. Tech support can find some additional information from you, but if you're writing to me, it will be much, much longer. That is why please write directly to tech support. Let us not steal the guy's bread, so to say. DexSafe wallet is loading coins for a couple of days. Yes, it's better to ask this question to tech support. What will happen to USDT credit USDT for the purchase of tickets from the previous version? Elena will going to update these balances and they will be reflected in your back office. Zanbalat is writing that my tap game can withdraw 20,000 coins. It means that you own 2 tickets already, I think. Huracan 1.0 for tickets referral award was 100 USDT. No, it cannot be so. For tickets, it was 10% only, and the 2.0 version shows 85. So the balance is wrong. In the new version, I also suggested to do withdrawal. It's good and bad because many people will use auto clicks. Thank you, Eric, for your feedback. In fact, it makes sense to use auto clickers. Most importantly, what should happen is the maximum number of transactions. Tamerlan actually voiced a very good idea. We'll look at that in that direction. And maybe we'll also try to reconfigure it into one button. We have to compare all pros and cons here. Mikhail is asking next question. Can I click? I should click it only once a day. Yes. You can click it twice a day, not to forget. Yes. Good advice, Mikhail. In the morning and the evening. I cannot see withdrawal in my DexSafe. Tatiana is writing this question. I cannot tell you anything because I don't have enough input information from you. Go to tech support with this question, please. Now, additional points for the tickets in the test version. Should they work there or not? Additional points for the tickets in text version. Are they activated? Yes, they should be activated in the test version as well. That will be a couple of billion. Well, it can be different with different people. Some people generate a lot with tickets, some people don't have tickets. So the rating will change as well, actually. The rating will show not those people who are tapping more, but rather those people who withdraw more, because the tapped but unwithdrawn token is like you don't have it. Whatever you withdrew is yours. Whatever is in application is not yours yet because you forget to tap it, it will burn. How much time do I have between the withdrawals? Then I withdrew so many times, then I have a break. The testing group is withdrawing without any limits. But generally speaking, it's enough for you to click on 3 buttons, then click on 3 buttons again, and withdraw again and again. Why do we have such a limit of 10 seconds per withdrawal? Because on the typical classical data server, and the more requests for the withdrawal we get, the stronger is the pressure on the server. That's why we decided to introduce a small lag of 10 seconds that will help us not to have the server, which is very expensive, but something more affordable, because Huracan Tap is less of a commercial story for us. It's more like a gaming experience that allows us to test the pressure and test the load for the blockchain. Eric is writing, I have 30,000 maximum withdrawal. That means that you own full tickets, Eric. Konstantin Dabritsky is asking next question. If I bought 3 tickets right away, will have unlimited withdrawal for 3 days? No, you'll have unlimited withdrawal 1 day, but very serious. You'll have more points. You'll have more points. That's for sure. Okay, at least you'll have more points, and at least you'll have 3 times more chance to win something than if you were only a single ticket owner. Those tickets for $25 will not be part of the mega giveaway. They will be. Those tickets for $25 will also be valid tickets for mega giveaway. The only promo they're not part of is when we say buy 3 tickets, 1 DexNet, and get additional 100 DexNet tokens per day for the operation of your DexNet. Only that promo they're not part of. In all other cases, they're not different from the regular tickets for $50. Or USDT, I'm sorry. I see that for 25 transactions, it took me 25 seconds. Okay, thank you. What rank is giving me? Closer to the first place. Is it better or it doesn't give me anything? Gennady is more like, I don't know. How do I put it correctly? Igor, it's not a marketing thing. It's competitive spirit. Yes, it's competitive thing. It's more of a competitive thing, Gennady, where if you're ranked 1, you will observe how all others are trying to catch up with you. But the idea is good. Maybe we'll think about some kind of bonus for the first ranker. Actually, let's do it this way, guys. We're not making any promises now because owing to Gennady, Igor has warmed up this idea, and I also start having ideas about this. I think that we're going to do something more interesting by December 15th for those people who will be among top leaders. I know we'll take top 10, top 5, top 10, or maybe top 100. Gennady just gave us this idea, and I see that it makes sense for both Igor and me. And so we must look at this direction. Maybe we'll introduce something interesting for you, for the top players. That's why keep playing, keep trying to be the leader. Yes, 100%. Sure. Ale Toleuva, if I read your name correctly. I'm sorry if I made a mistake. So the points tapped in the first game, are they saved? No, they're not saved. That's why we gave you a number of days for total withdrawal. If you didn't withdraw them, they burned. But I understand there might be technical things with withdrawal. Okay, let's uncover a small secret for you why we moved away from Huracan Tap 1.0 to Huracan Tap 2.0. We changed the development team who were developing Huracan Tap 1.0 because the code they wrote for it cannot maintain high loads. That's why it was totally rewritten. We had a very bad experience in outsourcing the third-party developers for that, understanding that nothing too difficult to develop a game for Telegram. So my developers had to write it from scratch again. The issue is that our developers know how to work with high load technologies, so even such thing should not be trusted to third parties. And we rewrote the source code. All the balances in Huracan Tap 1.0, there was no technical possibility to save them. That's why we're asking all the players, please withdraw maximum what you can. But many people were trying to withdraw it, and the Huracan Tap could not sustain the pressure. That's why we provided a bonus 100 million to those people who managed to withdraw super good. Thank you for testing. And that will be our thanks in the form of 100 million. And those people who couldn't buy it because of different reasons to withdraw everything, the only thing we could do is compensate that with 100 million points for that work that you did. Hello. How are you going to convert DMC vis-a-vis DEX token? 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3? I mentioned earlier, I'm not going to re-answer it again. Tell me, please, if I withdrew 25 million in 3 days, then the next 25 million will be automatically uploaded to my account, credit to my account? Dmitry is asking this question. No, Dmitry, you withdraw this, next 25 million will come to you in another week, another 25 million another week still. And this way, within 1 calendar month, you will get 100 million and you'll be able, one bit at a time, withdraw all of it. Valery is asking next question. how many withdrawals can I make right away, not to see errors, because I make withdrawals one at a time, and each time it gives me different types of errors, reload or reboot. And please ask this question to the chat. Today, I did about 30 withdrawals. I sometimes also quote that error message. I couldn't withdraw 54 million to DexSafe wallet. What can I do with that? If it stayed in the old Huracan, then there is no way for you to get it back. But we are going to credit to your account 100 million. If it is a new Huracan, then we need to understand how you're going to withdraw this 54 million to DexSafe, because initially you withdraw it to the decentralized wallet in Telegram. Actually, Telegram has a decentralized wallet. It's the only decentralized thing that they have it. And if that wallet was imported to DexSafe, then all the balances will be reflected there. But we noticed that with some devices, the data can be copied with some delay. We're still looking for the reason behind this, but sometimes we get complaints in the tech support. Even we saw 3 people in the chat asking the same question. So maybe you have the same situation. So it's better to go to the tech support or through the tech support chat of the testers. So we are over the originally expected 45 minutes. We already over 51 minutes. Okay, let's take 9 more minutes. Not to take too long with that. Okay, guys, I went all the way down to all the questions. Please, I'm sorry if there are some answers without questions, or rather questions without answers. We still have about 8 minutes. Please write. Perhaps there's way to simplify the purchase of Dex notes. If you have ideas, please share with the tech support. We're quite receptive about these great ideas. Tatiana is writing, I'm sorry for writing the silly thing. I did read the silly thing that you might have written there. The balance of the received bonuses from Huracan Tap, if I couldn't withdraw them. I've already answered this a million times. No. Will there be increased price for the tickets after November 1st? So far, we go by our plans. Okay, guys, please. That's a separate story. If you don't want to be part of the screen copy of our chat memes, where our tech support sometimes are sharing some interesting, funny things that you're writing to them. So please, in the test chat, don't launch start command. Do it in Huracan Tap. If you launch it for 1,600 people, the start command, and somebody will click on it, and some other people will click on it again and again, you don't understand how much fun you create with that. Of course, it creates fun, but it also takes too much time. Nothing is going to start if you click on it. Take my word for it. I'm skipping some other things. Yuri is writing next question. I will read this question because you wrote it in the chat, and Irina said go to the webinar. I'm going to answer it, and I skipped it again. It was Mikhail. Tell me, please, what about the idea? What Dubai authorities thinking about DexNet technology? They're quite positive about this, Mikhail Yurievich, because there's such saying that if you cannot fight something, the only way is to spearhead it, to become the head of it. Let's let Alexei go because he needs to celebrate his daughter's birthday. Yes, please. Enough with questions. Go to tech support. Yes, thank you, Elvira. Please make 3 withdrawals per day from different for 3 different time zones. Yes, Yuri, it makes sense. Will there be a free of charge version to participate in Huracan mega giveaway? Because it's hard to invite 25 people with premium subscription. Well, Vyacheslav, in this life, there is nothing absolutely for free. Absolutely nothing. If you go to the word to the etymology of the word free of charge, I don't know how Nikolai will interpret it into English, but there is such thing that you can get free cheese only in a mousetrap. So sometimes we pay for everything, absolutely everything in our life. That is why I don't know how to answer your question. Vitya is writing here. So that question was answered so many times, and people keep writing about this. Yes, Victor. Sometimes we get same answers over and over again. What will happen after 60th block? After 60th block, there will be a big, big business where we are going to distribute among all the holders of DEX nodes 40% of all the service space collected from our services. That business will start from the 40th block, but after 13th block, after 13th block won't be that big, but after a 60th block, that will be 5 years after the starting moment, will be really big by then. You cannot credit tokens by the number of transactions. For instance, 10 transactions equals 10 tokens. Yes, Tamerlan already suggested something interesting about this. I withdrew 3 million in 20 minutes. The card in DexSafe, does it have expiration date? I think it is good for 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. The actual card shows the expiration date. Can I buy tickets with tokens? Because I don't have DexNet tokens yet so far on the exchange. I cannot buy it for my national currency. If you go to the person who recommended the DexNet and Huracan and all the technology, they will explain how to buy USDT. Happy birthday to your daughter. Thank you, guys. All the best to you and your family, your daughter, and your colleagues and the team. Thank you, Elena. Congratulations to your daughter. Thank you. Thank you, guys. When are you going to translate DexNet into German? We'll do it. We'll do it for sure. I think we can wrap it up, Alexei. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you, Igor. Thank you, Alexei. Thank you for going the distance for even longer than originally expected. Thank you. Thank you for everybody who was with us today. Await other broadcasts. We're going to make new announcements there. Don't forget that our tickets to the event are being sold out, especially VIP tickets. We added recently 50 additional tickets there, but they're being sold out soon. So don't forget to book your tickets as early as possible, because that will introduce you to something very, very special. Thank you, Alexei. Go and celebrate your daughter's birthday. Yes, thank you. I thank the organizers. Thank Igor. Thank you, Nikolai, for the interpretation. And I thank everybody who has been supporting us. So hugs and kisses to all of you. Bye-bye.